What's going on, everybody? Trevor Noah here. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Social Distancing Show. It is now day 18 of staying at home to prevent the spread of coronavirus. And here's your quarantine tip of the day. I know these have been helping you live your life. If you crank up the thermostat high enough, just turn the temperature way up and then look directly into your light bulbs. It's basically like you're at the beach. You're welcome. Anyway, on tonight's episode, Dr. Fauci gets a security detail. We talk to Bill Gates about fighting coronavirus, and America has moved on from toilet paper, and now they're hoarding guns. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Daily Social Distancing Show.
From Trevor's couch in New York City to your couch somewhere in the world, this is the Daily Social Distancing Show with Trevor Noah.
Let's kick it off with some good news. Like everyone right now, scientists around the world are no longer thinking about anything other than the coronavirus. In fact, many scientists have dropped almost all other research and are only focusing on cures and treatments for COVID-19, which I think is great, because I think scientists were too busy working on random shit anyway. You know, there's always that one random scientist where you read a headline like, "New study says ducks can only live for 2 seconds in space." We didn't need to know that, Mr. Scientist. Who is even doing that experiment? How did you even get money for this? And scientists aren't just dropping other research. They've decided that they're going to be putting cooperation ahead of competition. And they're going to share research immediately rather than waiting like they normally do for months to publish their results and then get the credit for themselves, which makes perfect sense to me. This is not the time to worry about credit, right? And trying to get credit for stopping coronavirus is a waste of your time anyways. We all know President Trump is going to take the credit no matter what happens, so you might as well just relax. You'll be like, "Really, Trump? You did it? You're damn straight. How did you do it?" "I put the thing in the thing, and then boom, it disappeared." And some of this research is coming from an unlikely source. Yeah, one of the companies who has announced a possible breakthrough in vaccine developments is the cigarette giant British American Tobacco. Yeah, those guys. They claim that proteins extracted from tobacco plants could lead to a cure for coronavirus. And you know what? I'm not surprised. They spent years destroying people's lungs. Of course, they know what it's all about. Coronavirus is basically their competition. This is one of those, to catch a killer, you gotta be the killer. It's like the Hannibal Lecter of coronavirus. So scientists are teaming up. Tobacco companies are trying to do something good for a change. But in not so good news, there are now nearly 1 million coronavirus cases around the globe. The number keeps going up. And here in the US, yesterday's death toll was over 1,000, the highest yet. And those aren't the only bad numbers. A record 6.6 million Americans filed for unemployment last week. Yeah, 6.6 million people filed for unemployment. And I know it can be hard to wrap your mind around numbers like that. But just look at this graph that came out showing the spike in job losses. You see that? Look at that spike. You've never seen anything like it. It looks like unemployment overdosed on Viagra and then got one of those 4-hour boners where you have to call a doctor. But you call the doctor after the 4 hours. Before that, you gotta use what you got. And that's not the only record being set right now. Over the past month, 3.7 million people have tried to buy guns. Yeah, the highest number the FBI has ever recorded. So during this pandemic, the two things people in America want the most are guns and toilet paper, which makes sense, because if I see someone carrying a gun, I shit myself. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know why stocking up on firearms is going to help you in the middle of a pandemic. If you want to protect yourself from outsiders, you don't need a gun, people. Think out of the box. You just need a recording of someone coughing on a loop. Yeah, you just play that in your house all night. Someone comes in the window, nah, I'm not messing with this house. Now, there is one person out there who actually does need more protection right now. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the man whose calm leadership during this crisis has won him the respect of all intelligent people and President Trump. And according to reports, Dr. Fauci has now been assigned a security detail because of threats that are being made against him, which is insane. Why would you threaten Dr. Fauci? And authorities aren't sure where the threats are coming from, but police have released a sketch of a potential suspect. And I don't know who it is because of the glasses, but that face looks familiar. Now, unfortunately, getting threats is fairly standard for anyone in the public eye. But what's not standard is that Dr. Fauci is also receiving lots of, quote, unwelcome communications from fervent admirers. Yes, that's a nice way to say that your groupies are crazy. And who would have thought one day we'd be living in a world where the whole planet would be grounded and an epidemiologist would be the hottest man on earth? People are just like, I gotta get me some of that Fauci. You know he got the vaccine, girl. He is the sexiest man on the planet. Who's sexier than Fauci? No one's sexier. If People magazine doesn't put him on the cover, they're wasting their lives. Now, Florida is officially locked down, which means Mickey Mouse and all of his friends will have to work from home, which I think is perfect for Donald Duck. That dude has never worn pants. He was born for the teleconferencing life. You think anybody's wearing pants? Are you wearing pants? You wear pants in your... I don't wear pants. I would stand up right now. But you're not ready. I'm also not ready. I didn't think about that before I started telling that joke, but I'm not wearing pants and I'm not ready. Oh, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Watch Tiger King backwards because then it's an even crazier show. And I'll see you again next week.